5933 Hotel, Fort Wayne Tower, wind 070 at 7, cleared for takeoff. Have a safe flight.
We are off on our journey.
There is a never-ending hatred of the Jews and Israel. Why? I have an answer for you. But first, some background information. Israel is a miracle. Israel became a sovereign nation in 1948 and is thriving today. Almost half of the world's 14 million Jews now live in Israel. Each year, many Jews make Aliyah and move to Israel. It is estimated that there will be 10 million Jews in Israel by 2025. Here are some very important verses from the Bible regarding the Jews and the land. Please read and study each one carefully. Leviticus 25 verse 23. Here we are told that the land belongs to God. Genesis 12 verses 1 to 3. God tells Abram to move to a new land. Verse 2, I will make you a great nation, and I will bless you. Genesis 15, verses 18 to 21. The Lord makes a covenant with Abram, and the land is described. The boundaries of Canaan are also described in Numbers 34, verses 1 to 15. Genesis 17, verse 19. The Jewish race begins with Isaac. Deuteronomy chapters 28, 29, and 30. The Mosaic covenant. The Jews are obedient, the Jews are disobedient, and the Jews are scattered. Jeremiah 31, verses 31 to 40. Future covenant with the people of Israel and Judah. Israel will never cease being a nation. God will never reject the descendants of Israel. Romans 11. Did God reject his people? The answer is by no means no. A remnant of Jews, 1/3 of the nation, will be saved during the tribulation. Psalm 87, verses 1 and 2. God founded his city Jerusalem on the holy mountain, and he loves the gates of Zion. Zechariah 2 verse 8, Israel is the apple of God's eye. Ezekiel 37, dry bones become alive, which are the bones of the people of Israel. Let's summarize these above verses. God owns the land and gave it to the Jews. Jerusalem is the center of the world spiritually. God is not finished with the Jews. The Messiah came through these people. Jews will be scattered and will come back to Israel. Israel is the focus during the tribulation. Thanks for staying with me. Here is the answer to my original question, being bold and blunt. Satan hates Israel. Satan has always attempted to thwart God's plan. He tried with Adam and Eve. He tried with Noah and his family. The annihilation of the Jews at the Holocaust. Jealousy between the Arabs and Jews. Replacement theology. The BDS movement, and more. So let's hit on 3 of these. Replacement theology. This false doctrine has led both Catholic and some Protestant churches to hate and persecute the Jewish people. It leads to anti-Semitism. This false doctrine teaches that the church has replaced or fulfilled Israel in God's plan. It teaches that the Jews are no longer God's chosen people. It teaches that God does not have specific future plans for Israel. And it teaches that God's covenants with Israel have been canceled. And so to the Catholic and Protestant churches that promote and practice replacement theology, how is it going? You are making God a liar, and Satan loves it. The BDS movement, boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement. This movement was launched in 2005 by the Palestinians. They claim that Israel is occupying and colonizing Palestinian land. So untrue. This has become a global movement made up of unions, academia, churches, and grassroots movements across the world. Satan loves it. Beware all churches who are part of the BDS movement. God will judge. End time wars. The Bible lists many upcoming wars between the Arab countries and Israel, and jealousy plays a big part. These Arab countries want to annihilate Israel and push them into the Mediterranean Sea. Some of these wars include Isaiah 17, Isaiah 19, Jeremiah 49, Psalm 83, Ezekiel 38:9, and Armageddon. So Israel and the Jews are a miracle for us to see today. It is happening before our eyes. We are seeing God's plan unfold. The Bible is real. God is real. Do you know God personally? You can through His Son Jesus. Accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior.